non-biased review of my 2020 Gladiator 750 with Gator Tail GTR 40. I bought this boat in August of 2020 as a gift to myself, as a welcome back from deployment gift. This is what I spent my whole deployment researching, was the duck boats. I looked all over the place and researched a bunch of different brands to figure out which one I like best. And this is what I came up with. We're on Lake Norman. We live super close to it. Like, I don't know, a minute and a half from the boat ramp. And so we're on the water all the time, so I didn't want a true flat bottom mud hull. So I wanted a Mod V. So this is a Mod V. I didn't want it to be completely slick across the bottom because I want it to be able to turn. And so this has, I think they call them reverse chimes. So it's not, they don't protrude up through the floor, they stick down. So the thing turns super freaking good. But we need something that can handle big water. So we got this. I think these geese are trying to beat us up.
Not happy.
So I got the boat from Muddy Bay Marine in Newberry, South Carolina. I like my boat. It's good. It's a good boat. It does everything we want it to and more. I'm going to do some stuff that boats aren't supposed to do and show you what the old Gladiator's capable of. We got like 4 different broods of ducks all up in here that we've seen. So I really don't want to disturb the little guys, so I kind of want to go poke around and see where they're at before we cause a ruckus. But this is one of my favorite little mud flats to come back up into and hang out, and we hunt back here sometimes. It's just these people don't like it. Called the cops on us a bunch, yada yada yada. But for this county, I know it sounds crazy, but as long as you're shooting in a safe direction, there's no minimum distance you have to be from a house. But we don't like being close to houses because it gives duck hunters a bad name. Saving grace for this motor for big water though. That fatty right there. That's the big blade prop. Oh, down to my knees. From Gator Tail. And man, it makes a world of a difference. Gets out of the hole a heck of a lot better. Can carry a load a heck of a lot better. Fish, ooh, ooh, ooh. And there goes Hen Mallard. She's confused. Anyway, big blade pushes this boat super good. Hauls the load way better. Only caveat to big, nice props on these mud boats, tear them up. Especially here because we got a bunch of sand. Like we're back here in a mud flat right now, but most of the stuff around here is sandy. So we'll chew these props up. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, that osprey just dove in on a fish. That'd been cool. I wonder what that's like. Zoom up into there because I think that's deep. Let's see this. You can get back on the boat. That's my boat. That looks so cool. you scared?
No.
You didn't think I was gonna run into you?
No. I trusted you, and if you were, well...
I was gonna go on the trees if anything.
No, it was coming straight at me.
I thought I was gonna soak you whenever I came back out. Because the rooster tail's just like...
I got a little wet, but not too bad.
That GoPro. It's still recording.
Has to go with Dad everywhere he goes. I think he might have gotten some of this muck water in my eyes, though. They hurting.
This is where we saw all the ducklings go up into with their mommy. So it's kind of checking, making sure they're not hanging around back here. Don't want to scare any babies.
Cooper!
Have done a number on this.
The water is literally level with the boat. That's crazy.
They made a new hunting pole for us, I guess, I think.
Yeah, because the original one's way back there. That dam right there. And they made this one. So you've got this hole, that hole. It's just a heck of a walk now to get back to that one.
That area on the left over there is probably up 2 feet. Every bit.
Every bit, if not more. Because that used to be a tiny little creek. And now it's a whole pond.
How about this? If you can get back here, own it. I don't own it. It's public.
It's a long walk if you can't get back here, though.
That is a fact.
That'd be a really long walk. It'd be a miserable walk.
If you know where this is.
I didn't see the baby ducklings. They must be like up in there somewhere, hiding out, being safe. I'd like to see them though.
Me too. We could pet all of them.
I don't think they're gonna let us, but it'd be cool.
I just got notifications of my appointment tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Yeah, I haven't filmed in a while because I destroyed my back. And now I have to get popped and yanked around by the chiropractor, which I'm not sad about because it feels really good. But so now back to filming and doing the YouTube.
Ah!
Oh, ducks.
Oh, you can't see them. 2 ducks.
We wore them out in here last year, just saying.
Do you see the drone? Swamp circles. Whoopsie.
like about the boat. Does everything I want it to and more, except go offshore. But I mean, BFD. I guess on a calm day we can take it offshore, but yeah. We've done inshore fishing with it. We've hunted the coast with it. We've ran Pamela Coast Sound in 30-mile-an-hour winds. Super sketchy. Wouldn't recommend it, but we did. She liked it. She had a lot of fun. I also like this because it's awesome. Goes cool places. It's loud, but I mean, if you're gonna cry about a mud boat being loud, then you probably shouldn't buy one. I like my pods, my seats. There's plenty of room to stand up and fish the back of the boat. I like my gun box. It's got good storage in it. There's a lot of stuff in there. But I mean, during hunting season, you put guns in there, ammo, snacks, just all the duck necessities.
Mojo wings.
Mojo wings go in there. That's a quite common occurrence because we end up losing them because we just stuff them a bunch of different places, so we just throw them all in there. I do have little house lights in there.
Push lights, just Velcroed on or something.
Just like lick and sticked on.
Battery powered.
Yeah, they are battery powered. So they die, you just undo them. But yeah, gun box has a bunch of storage. I put these little rod holders in. They're like Academy Special, not very expensive. This box here basically stops here and runs all the way out to the sides. So that's where I keep my life jackets, my fire extinguisher.
All the boat necessities.
Yeah, really, that's all that's in there.
Coast Guard necessities.
Yeah. The don't get a ticket necessities. So yeah, I like that box for that because then you don't fill the gun box up with life jackets. The speakers, I put a booming sound system in this thing, but I can't play it because YouTube. So just imagine a booming sound system, crank it up a little bit louder, and that's this one. They're JBL M6s, I think is what they are. But they jam way harder than I thought they were going to be. The switch panel, there's the nav lights, anchor lights, accessory which goes to my radio, and then there's a courtesy light which really doesn't do a whole lot, and then there's these guys, the light bars. I don't want to drop that camera in the water, so hang on. But those control the light bars. You can, there it is. So this is super, sounds cool. But yeah, those light bars, beaten them, banged them off, all kinds of stuff, and the cages around them have saved them big time. So I like those light bars. I like the big deck here, all this walking around room. Doing circles with me. I like, this is my fishing spot. I like to fish up here. Just watch where you're stepping, you won't fall off the boat. That simple.
I don't stand up there, I'm too clumsy.
No, she normally stands here on the back pods.
Yeah, I need all the space.
The rear float pods on the back are cool. Helps you get in some shallow stuff.
T-rail system.
Yeah, the T-rails are really neat.
You can move that guy anywhere you want it. You
Move
have
cup
accessories. So it's like a little whatever and a cup holder, and then he has another cup holder, but looks like he put it in storage to go like up there or something.
There's a duck.
But and then the
Golly, there's a duck.
yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it on camera. And then the dolly wops, the cleats. Jeez, The cleats can be moved anywhere you want them as well.
All the wiring is super simple to get to with this boat. Pull this panel off to get anything there, and everything else is ran. Pretty sure it's up in
There's
here.
stuff up in there.
And it goes to the front, and then there's also wiring in that front box.
Yeah.
What I don't like about the boat is this won't stay tight.
It's not that it won't stay tight, it's that it's bent, it's warped.
Yeah, and that's why, is because this thing, I guess the vibration has just really,
The weight of it.
yeah, warped and bent the aluminum, and so it won't stay tight now, and if I move it, then I have a big hole, and it's like in the perfect position right now, so I don't remove the thing. What else don't I like?
How hot it
The
is.
thing is hot. This boat is super, super hot. Even though it's textured, obviously these are the cooler places to stand. That gun box gets scorching hot.
Burns my booty.
Yep, burns if you
Feet.
step on it, but whatever it may be. These are hot. Cooper lays on the floor while we're fishing, and it gets hot. Just really, the whole boat is hot. I reached out to a company about getting my boat turfed and working with them. Fingers crossed that happens. So we'll see. Maybe turf coming soon. The other thing that I don't like, it doesn't come with a bilge pump. So whenever you dive the nose under the water because two pontoon boats died cross right in front of you on big water and about to sink your boat, you better make sure you have a bilge pump, because that happened to us last summer and this thing is completely full of water, but luckily Yeti bowls and a 800 gallon per hour bilge pump got all the water out here pretty quick. The gunnels, you can't walk on them. I mean, I guess you can, it's like a balance beam, but I mean, if I wanted wide gunnels, then I would have gotten a different boat, because I looked at Timber Creeks. That was the only other brand that I was going to get, was a Timber Creek, but I couldn't talk myself into spending that much money on a duck boat to beat it up, because I've beat this boat up, but I mean, it's taken everything I've thrown at it. Oh, I do like that it comes with a trolling motor plug on the front. It's already pre-wired for it. So I got my Minn Kota power drive. It's a 12 volt, 48 inch shaft. I want to say it's like 50 or 60 pound thrust. I don't remember what the thrust is, but it moves this thing good. If it's super windy, it'll struggle, but that's not on this boat. That's on Minn Kota, and on me for buying that small of a trolling motor. But I can run that trolling motor all day long, jam some speakers, and throw a solar panel on the battery, and I have nothing to worry about all day long. One battery does it all. I'd say, oh, I wish it was bigger, or wish it was longer, or wish it was faster, but the solution for that
This thing.
is buy another boat. Oh yeah, we'll get into Gator Tail in a second. So the solution to that is just buy another boat. Buy a bigger, longer, wider boat. And don't put a mud motor on if you want to go fast, because mud motors don't go fast. Regardless if you put a ton of money into them, they still don't go fast, so don't get your hopes up. Now this guy, Gator Tail, GTR 40, fuel injected. It is super sweet. I love this motor. It's loud, but I don't care. This boat draws more attention on this lake than $300,000 wake boats and $500,000 power boats at the local restaurants. You got all these fancy boats docked up, and everybody flocks to this thing because they want to check it out, just because this thing here. Super simple motor to work on, very easy maintenance that it requires. Gator Tail is super good about their warranty. I've had a couple things break on it, and no problem, warranted right back up. What has broken? Throttle cable froze on Christmas morning hunt one time, and it broke. I broke the handle from leaving it up and backing it under the carport. Completely my fault. But I broke the handle, so I bought those parts super cheap. They don't come painted, so you just have to paint them. The trim switch, it's not very nice and tight, but you can make it nice and tight by just throwing some foam or something in there. But I've had the wires back off of it a couple times, so every time that happens, you have to split this. Well, when you split this, your sticker gets ripped. And I got more stickers just because I've learned that you're going to replace these things because you're going to rip them and they don't get sticky anymore and yada yada yada. But you
can
have
see
to,
all the super glue.
yeah. But you have to split the handle apart to get to this guy and to get to all the wiring and the throttle cable and everything else. It's not hard, it's just all these screws, and then all your wiring runs down through here, and that's how you access your starter switch, your throttle cable, your trim switch, all that stuff's accessed through that. So I guess my boo-hoo about it, move this gator tail. Just put somewhere else, or put a plate here. That way you just pop the plate off, then pop the handle in half or something. I don't know.
You could do that.
I could do that.
Could make a little tiny plate.
You could do that when you buy your Gladiator.
Yeah.
I guess the main issue, which again, Gator Tail's warranty is awesome, the exhaust broke. The welds right at the header where it goes to the motor broke.
Insert picture here.
Yeah, I think I still have the picture. It cracked is what it did. It didn't break, it just cracked. And so took pictures for Gator Tail, sent it to them. They warranted it, no problem, replaced it.
And it ran just fine.
It ran fine, yeah, it was just...
I don't even think you noticed it until you just happened to look at it one day.
Yeah,
who knows how long it was cracked.
Yeah, pulled the boat out of the water and I was like, oh, hey, look at that. I have broke the hydraulic trim on it. This cap here on the cylinder, it just like stripped itself and puked hydraulic fluid all over the place. And so the trim wasn't working. So again, took pictures, yada yada, called Muddy Bay, took down there, they replaced it, no questions asked. The biggest thing about Gator Tail I like is their warranty. They're super good about it. They don't sit there and try and hassle you about what's broken on the thing.
Did you do it? Did you cause the break?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it your fault? Da, 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 da.
It's just...
It's broken, it's broken.
Yeah, send me pictures. As long as it's warranty, we'll replace it. You hear those ducks?
You haven't had any issues with that, so...
Had a high-pitched squeak in there. It's been a second since Blue Duck Cooper's. Oof! 9 years old, still has the drive. Easy. Look at him go, Pooh. Alright, got distracted. Doug says squirrel and I say duck. And then Gator Tail has a lifetime belt warranty, I'm pretty sure. They guarantee their belt for life. Because the clutch is a belt in here. And it goes down, spins shaft, yada yada yada. Maintenance, super easy. Drain plug, oil filter. Oil fills back on that side. Pull this guy off, which is just a little screw on top of it. Change your air filter. Fuel filters. Changing the oil in the clutch. The amount of oil this thing takes, you always have leftovers. That leftover oil is what you use to change clutch fluid. So, super easy maintenance. A couple things on this boat, that's our forever remembrance.
Is it on this side or is it on the other? I think it's on the other.
Somewhere there's an alligator claw that scratched the...
I think it's on the other side.
I don't remember. Either way, got an alligator claw scratch. We got an alligator tail slap on it.
I think one was a tooth.
We've freshwater fished, inshore fished. We've hunted ducks, geese. We've hunted alligators out of this boat, but it's plenty wide. It's got plenty room to hang out in it, and the beanbag that she sits in fits nice on the floor. She has a love for the gun box. She just lays her towels out, and that's where she lays to tan. Once I turf it, she won't have to have towels.
Towels are still comfy though.
True that. I like the mid deck. The mid deck's cool because it gives you that extra little bit of storage, sits everything down in here, so your decoys and all that, they just kind of stay down there and they don't fly out.
Yeah.
I have a little board that separates.
Goes in here.
Yeah, there's two sticks on it and a board, and it just lays across that front part of the mid deck.
Brings it up to here. Brings it up to about the same height as the front, so it's like a little hole.
Overall, I love this boat. I would recommend a Gladiator to anybody, whether you're running big water, mud, sand, whatever it may be. It's like the do-it-all boat. That's all I can think about these boats. I mean, there's nothing bad that's like, oh, this sucks about it. Like, if you have a complaint of something like that, just buy a different boat. Don't get the 1750, get the 1860s or whatever it may be.
There's options to fix your problems.
Correct. But this is a great boat. When I bought it, I expected to get beat to death on this lake, and we really don't. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The Carolina skiff is bigger and can handle bigger water, but rides.
You can't see you.
It rides way rougher than this boat. That's all I got on this boat. I love this boat. I'd recommend one to anybody. So if you want a Gladiator and you're thinking about a Gladiator, buy one, because you won't regret it. Anything that it lacks, just get it extra. Who cares? There's a lot more expensive boats out there for the same size and everything you're going to get of this boat. So this boat's perfect. Buy a Gladiator. Recommend one to anybody. Gator tail. Get your gator tail, unless you just don't need a mud motor. But everybody was like, why do you want a mud motor? Well, one, it's my money, and I can get to a lot more places than a lot of people with outboards can. So,
Move it in.
gator tail. GTR XD. Bam. Got 40. So, that's duck boat review on my Gladiator. Hope you liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Yada, yada, yada.